Listen, I'll give it to the role guys. I'll give them to the bench guys as all of our starters sat tonight. Listen, the energy was there. They were fighting. They were hustling. They were giving us effort. And then because they wanted to make a statement to Coach Brett Brown that they deserve some playoff minutes, but you got to give them respect for what they did out there tonight. Now, granted, I get it. The Chicago Bulls, arguably the worst, combined group of players that you could possibly play against in Game 82. But, hey, kudos to these guys who grind every day, work hard for minutes, have to do everything and scratch and crawl to do whatever they possibly can to get minutes anywhere. Kudos to them as we win 125-109. We win 51 games on the season. This is the final game. I can't believe how fast it goes. I remember making my first Sixers video of the season, and now 82, game 82, it really does fly by. So thank you, everyone, for sticking along this crazy journey of a season with all the trades that went down, getting rid of Fultz, getting Jimmy Butler, moving Robert Covington, moving Dario, Tobias Harris. What a wild, wild, wild season that we had. And now the second half of the season is really just beginning with the playoffs, and we get the Brooklyn Nets. I'm totally cool with it. I've stated this in 2 videos now. I will have a preview video for the series alone in the next couple days here before we kick off into the postseason. But let's talk about this, because in regards to this game, real briefly, okay, I understand what it is, but you had some guys step up. Jonathan Simmons with 27 and 5. He wants to make a statement. What's James Ennis's status for the playoffs? He wanted to make a statement that he should be able to get some minutes. Zhaire Smith, another guy battling that Brett Brown did not say won't play in the playoffs, so that's very interesting with how raw he is. 17, 5, and 4. Obviously a career high in points. Obviously a career high in minutes. Boban, 18, 8, and 6. A big man. Greg Monroe also producing for us. TJ Mcconnell, 18 and 6 in 23 minutes. One thing that Brett Brown did say, though, is depending on matchups. We have a broad bench, so how's Boban going to go up against the opposing 5? How's Jonah Bolden going to go up against the opposing 5? How's Greg Monroe going to go up against the opposing 5? There's a lot of different options we can use, so it's not this guy's our backup center, he's automatically getting the minutes. It's going to be dependent on who we're playing and what their other personnel is, and that makes sense. I get it. I really do. But guys are fighting for their roles tonight as they out-rebound the other squad. They get a lot of assists. They were moving the ball well. I said this already. I like Zhaire. I just think he's raw, and it's a big jump to hop right into the playoffs with a lot of expectations for this team. But I'm excited for a full year of him as long as he stays away from the peanuts. So we're going up against the Nets, and just briefly here, let's talk about the big news with what Elton Brand said. And I heard this, and I really might actually start believing that this may be the truth. Elton Brand might have made a rookie mistake as a GM, right? This isn't a situation that he's used to being in. As a GM, he stated these words, "It's possible," in regards to Joel Embiid not being ready for playoffs. But Brett Brown saying he expects fully that his starters, and he believes that the starters will be ready to go. Maybe Elton Brand just said something too premature, and I don't know. I mean, listen, I can't imagine Joel Embiid not being ready, right? He missed 14 of the last 24 games. He's been rested. I really don't believe that Joel Embiid is not going to be ready for the playoffs. It just might have been a poor decision, a poor use of words by Elton Brand. Unless there really is something completely wrong with Joel Embiid, I just can't find that realistically being the what's happening. And the smoke screen people who think it's a smoke screen to the Brooklyn Nets, come on, if we need to use smoke screens for the Brooklyn Nets, we're in a whole nother boat of trouble, honestly. This isn't anything other than, I think, just a poor choice of words after really thinking about it and really processing what is going on. There is just no way Joel Embiid is not ready for the playoffs. If this is the case, I will be so pissed off, and you will know about it, and I will be freaking the hell out because of the communication error from this organization to the fan base. But come on, there's just actually no way, when you sit here and think about it, there's just no way Joel Embiid is not ready for the playoffs when it comes to the Brooklyn Nets. By the way, the Nets end up clinching the 6th seed to play us, and they go for the "We want Philly" chants. Come on, bro. Come on, really? We want Philly. Really? Really? Okay. All right. And all of their 15 passionate fans that were in attendance, of course. What a joke. I mean, really, use the brain. What are you saying? What are you saying? Whatever. So, Brett Brown believes that Joel Embiid will be ready. And in regards to his conditioning level, he said, it might be a B. A B. Okay. And I said that. He was talking about how guys like Joel Embiid, off the court, they're doing things. Not in-game situations, but they are going out there, making him run, making sure he's conditioned. They do that even though he doesn't play. All the starters sat tonight, which obviously makes sense. All NBA teams do that when you have your solidified spot in Game 82. But it's just funny seeing JJ in game mode on the bench, Jimmy Butler with the paper airplanes out there. It's just funny. But listen, now it starts. Now it starts. After a nice solid game from the bench and the role guys tonight, we end the season 51-31. It is time now to turn the page. Forget whatever the hell happened. It is a start of a new season, the postseason. And I believe in this team to show us a little how do you do here for a late spring, a late spring little push. How about that? How about that? Call me ridiculous. Also, Brett talks about his 8.5-man rotation. So, like I said, it's a 9-man rotation, but it will be changing that 9th man due to the fact of matchups, which makes sense. So, I mean, listen, what can I really take away from this 82nd game of the season? I like the hustle. I like the effort these kids played, these guys played, these people who aren't Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, Tobias, right? These are the players that do all the gritty work, the grindy work, a lot of practice work. They make the other guys better, and they make other guys perform harder earlier in the season during training camp. The guys that don't get as much recognition, and they're still fighting for something, and you just saw it. You saw them give 185% out there, and they worked hard, and they just did the little things right. It was nice. I was surprised because the Miami Heat game wasn't fun, and granted, they got blown out, so it was the complete opposite, but how would I know what I was getting myself into checking into an 82nd game with that type of lineup on the floor? How would I know what to expect? But I saw TJ and Boban early getting it going, right? I saw Zhaire provide some spark. He's very athletic, which I know Brett Brown likes. He's dunking the ball and getting up and just providing some energy. I was kind of engaged in this. Like I said in my Phillies video that I uploaded tonight as well, I had the NHL playoffs to watch, but I also had the Phillies to watch, which was embarrassing. I had this to watch, so 5 NHL games, the Phillies. You should see me in my basement with the 2 TVs set up, my laptop, my phone, with my teams. I had everything going for tonight, and I was engaged, believe it or not, actually engaged with watching the 76ers because, they have my heart. I love the Sixers. I really do, and it's crazy that it flies by like this, and we start the playoff run. So keep an eye out in the next couple days here on the preview video. I don't know when the Sixers play yet, whether it's Saturday or Sunday or whatever the case may be, so I have to keep my eye out on that. But I will have an update on how I think this is going to go in the first series, and I'm excited. So let me know your thoughts on this game, on Zhaire Smith, on TJ, Boban, just what you saw. Jonathan Simmons. Do you think Jonathan Simmons will get some playing time for real? I want to hear all of your thoughts on tonight's game, on the 51-31 season. I know emotionally it's been a wild journey. It's been different. A lot of fans are upset right now due to the fact on what happened, and then you get these Embiid news. I want to know everything about this season and what we talked about today in this video, and I'm excited. There's no denying it. It's going to be an electric Wells Fargo Center. What happened here? Ready to move on. It is what it is. We can't change anything, and let's go. Let's go. Playoff basketball. Are you kidding me? This is the best. This is so great. Back-to-back 50-plus win seasons for this squad, and we're rolling in as a 3rd seed. I'm on board. I'm ready to rock and roll. Are you? Are you? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.